If it was up to me, I would totally defund the FBI.
Project 2025 want to eliminate some offices in the FBI, thereby eliminating the separate feeling that the FBI has and thereby taking away its power and maybe even defunding the FBI in its entirety. This is especially true of the Federal Bureau of Investigations, FBI, a bloated, arrogant, increasingly lawless organization, especially at the top. The FBI views itself as an independent agency that is on par with the Attorney General, rather than as an agency that is under the Attorney General and fully accountable to him or her. To rein in this completely out of control bureau and remind it of its place within, rather than on top of the DOJ hierarchy, Hamilton writes that the FBI separate Office of the General Counsel with approximately 300 attorneys, separate Office of Legislative Affairs, and separate Office of Public Affairs should all be abolished.
What has to happen is, in a Republican majority, we have to defund and make cuts in the Department of Justice, and we can do that on how many employees they're allowed to have.
Requiring the FBI to get its legal advice from the wider department would serve as a crucial check on an agency that has recently pushed past legal boundary after legal boundary. Indeed, Hamilton writes, the next conservative administration should eliminate any offices within the FBI that it has the power to eliminate without any action from Congress. One of the reasons why they want to redo the White House Office Counsel is because they want the legal machinations to do what they want to do without Congress as much as possible. And if they can get rid of as much of the FBI as they can, they're going to do it. Because remember, they don't want the FBI in Donald Trump's business. And also because they don't know history. The FBI director serves for 10 years. The FBI director can be removed by the president, but he can't be removed by the president if that FBI director is investigating the president. When Trump fired his FBI director, James Comey, in 2018, that should have got Trump impeached alone, because Richard Nixon tried to do that as well. Look at the Saturday Night Massacre. The reason why the FBI director serves for 10 years is because of this. The House of Representatives has 2-year stints. The Senate has 6-year stints, but they go in thirds. So every 2 years, a third of the Senate is up for re-election. The president has 4 years, but can serve for 8. The reason why they put the FBI director at 10 is because J. Edgar Hoover, who was in charge of the FBI for over 50 years, he had so much power on presidents, he can dictate what they could and could not do. J. Edgar Hoover will go to a president and show them a file just like Project 2025 and say, look, Mr. President, this is what I have on you. You're going to let me do what I need to do out there on them streets, and you're going to stay out of it. And the president, knowing he didn't want that stuff out, would say, okay, cool, just leave my stuff alone. He had files on everybody. Malcolm X, MLK, JFK, RFK. He had files on everybody. To reduce the power of the office of the FBI director and the FBI director himself, they said that an FBI director can only serve for at least 10 years and that the FBI director can't be removed by the president. The Project 2025 people and Trump and whomever you want to say that's in that realm don't understand that. And because of that, they want to reduce the FBI, and they assume that it does not fall under the DOJ, which it does, but they say put it back under the DOJ. But then they also want to reduce the DOJ and bring it back into the White House. Go back to my other videos about Project 2025 and how they're trying to consolidate government back into the White House so the White House can dictate what you can and cannot do. For instance, when the FBI says that it's investigating any collusion between a foreign government and a presidential campaign, mainly on the GOP side.
I have been authorized by the Department of Justice to confirm that the FBI, as part of our counterintelligence mission, is investigating the Russian government's efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. And that includes investigating the nature of any links between individuals associated with the Trump campaign and the Russian government, and whether there was any coordination between the campaign and Russia's efforts.
They don't want that.
Why did you fire Director Comey?
Because he wasn't doing a good job, very simply. He was not doing a good job.
What do you think?